talking about the film Kicks. It comes out in California and New York September 9th, and it comes out worldwide September 16th. So everyone go check this film out. It's super awesome. I had a chance to do a little sneak peek and had a Q&A with the director and some of the actors, and it's an incredible team that put it together. One of the actresses in the film, I actually worked with her on a web series a few years ago, and it's just a dope project, and it's about Northern California, which is my home, so you should all go see it. Kicks was directed by Justin Tipping and written by him and Joshua Byrne, want to get his name right. So they wrote and directed it, and you can definitely tell when a director has like labored on the script and took a lot of time and then went to direct the film. And this is an independent film, and most independent films have the same writer director on this, even though Justin had a co-writer. And speaking to him in the Q&A, he gave a little information about how he thought of this film project in 2009, and he wrapped filming it in early 2015, and then it finally is premiering in theaters fall 2016. So that goes out to everyone who has a vision and they see that it takes about 7 years to actually get a project fully to fruition. So just keep going, and that's one of the things that Justin said during the Q&A. He was just explaining how you have to stick with it no matter what craft you do. You have to work hard and just remain consistent. He has a really interesting script, but it's about the hood and about the ghetto, and I asked him, how did you market another hood film but that's very artistic and different, just based on your script? And he said he just stuck with it. You know, he wanted an astronaut in his film, and a lot of people and producers were against that, so he didn't take any amount of money until he got what he wanted. And that's very, very important for me as a young filmmaker, to just kind of have that Q&A with him and hear about how long that process took. 7 years, guys, 7 years. The main character is Joaquin Guillory, and I believe that this is his like first lead in a feature film. And this little boy did an amazing job. I think he was maybe like 12 when the film was made, or maybe younger. And he definitely plays like that young adolescent, teenager, preteen age, and he just did an incredible job. But who I really wanted to shout out in the film were some of the co-stars. So Christopher Meyer and Kofi Cerebo, both of them are like not from Northern California, but when I tell you they did an amazing job just portraying people that are from the Bay Area. I'm from Northern California, so in the Bay we have a different type of slang that we use, like the way we talk is just different, the culture is very different, and it's unique to how we are and in our environment. So not only slang, but the way we hold our mouth, our mannerisms, everything is so different. So to see these two actors that are not from Northern California do an amazing job portraying the Bay Area culture and Bay Area guys, I was completely convinced. And let's have one moment of silence for Kofi and his fine, beautiful, dark chocolate skin. Alright, so yes, this fine brother is also in Queen Sugar, and he was at the Q&A, and he stayed until the end, until he took photos with every single person. The Q&A I went to, both Christopher and Kofi were there, and Justin, and they took every single picture. They added people on social media, and they were super friendly. And it's great to see such like young talent that's doing so much work at such a young age. I know Kofi's 22, and I believe Christopher just turned like 20, so they're both two young gentlemen up on the grind, and just for them to be genuine and kind to everyone and working so hard and getting so many projects done at a young age, it's definitely inspiring to see that. Another great actor in this film is Mahershala Ali. I really hope I'm saying his name correctly, but this guy is an amazing actor. For those of you who don't know, he also plays Remy in House of Cards, and he's done several other short films and independent features. He is carefully picking which films he's a part of, and they all have great messages. And even though he may not always play the main character or a lead role, he always plays a very important role. And the roles that he plays are never demeaning, they're never disrespectful, but really watch out for this actor. He is a knockout. And in this film, it's really cool because he plays like an OG gangster, which I love, because he's actually originally from Oakland. So for him to play like an old school Oakland cat, like real hood and gangster, that's not normally persona that we see him in, but he's from Oakland, so he knows that world so much, and he plays it off very well. I think he's an amazing, amazing actor, so look forward to watching him in this film. So I don't want to give you too many spoilers, but and it's sort of hard because there's so many key things I like about this film, but I can't give anything away. But one main topic that we spoke about in the Q&A and that you can definitely see once you, or things that you definitely pick up on once you see the film, is male masculinity and how we sort of look at that and how we associate masculinity with sex and, you know, losing your virginity, that's when you become a man, or when you get beat up, or when you get into a fight, that's when you become a man, or when someone punks you and you go and get revenge, that's what makes you become a man. And I think it's also interesting to focus in this film, as you're watching, how women are treated. And I don't think that is anything wrong with the writers or the director or anything like that. They were literally portraying our society and how we view and treat women, not only in Northern California and that entire culture, but everywhere. In the film, you see some women who talk back and they speak just as much smack and talk just as much mess, and they're just as much like rough and violent and aggressive as the men are. And then you also see women who are treated disrespectfully and don't think anything of it. So you see some women that are a little more aggressive and strong. So it's interesting just to pay attention to the women roles. There aren't many in this film, but I just think it also pays attention. It also plays into why we look at masculinity a certain way and why men act a certain way towards women. So yeah, this film, I mean, I can't give too much away, but it definitely does focus on that masculinity piece and what makes you a man and what society thinks makes you a man. And yeah, it's just, I can't give too much away, but I just really want you all to sort of focus on it and think about that as you're watching the film. Just think about, okay, when did this main character become a man? Because it is like a transition film, you know, he's transitioning from boyhood to manhood. It's a coming of age film. So I really want you to think, what makes him a man now? And really just explore that for yourselves. Everyone go see Kicks. It comes out in theaters worldwide September 16th. But for those of you who live in California and New York, go ahead and check it out right now. It's not too late. We have to support films like this. It's an independent film, so it didn't take a lot of money to make it, and it took a whole lot of effort. It took 7 years to make this film, probably more. So really go support this film. I'm telling you, it's great. Go ahead and subscribe also if you want to see more videos like this, and go ahead and share this film, talk about it, share this video review, and go ahead and put some comments down there. I want to talk to y'all and see if you enjoyed the film, if you didn't like it, or if you want to see more movie reviews. Alright, until next time.